It is another real draft. It is another auction draft. There's a little bit deeper rosters in this one, but we are doing it. It's a 12-teamer. 15-man rosters? Yeah, 15-man rosters, 9 categories, and 1 Michael Bolton.
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy, your daily NBA fantasy podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd, and what was the coach's message at halftime? He just said, stick to our basics, play hard, and then the results will come. I'm also the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com, and you can find me on Twitter, as always, at redrock_bball, on TikTok at redrock_bball, and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Start the season with a big return on FanDuel. Place your first $5 bet, and you get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com to get started. Thank you also for making Locked On Fantasy Basketball your first listen every day. And we are free. We're available on all platforms, so double bang it and thumb it up and leave your comments. Thanks to everyone who's watched stuff throughout the preseason. We're going to have a lot of stuff still coming in the next few days. And then when the season starts is when the real business begins, doesn't it? Because we do previews and recaps and waiver wires and injuries and trades and all that sort of stuff. So in the next 2 days, there will be guaranteed a week 1 preview show. There will be an opening night preview show. There will be a guaranteed over-under season win, season award prediction show. There will be probably my which NBA players are on a watch list. Miles Bridges, Kevin Porter Jr. Start with those two. We'll talk about that as well. And we'll try and chuck some other things in. We'll see how much we get through in the next 2 days. I don't know. It's really busy. We're doing an auction here. Another one after yesterday's industry pickup draft, which you can go and check out. And in order to enable an auction to flow quickly and correctly, today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. It is scary season coming up. Halloween lets us have the fun with the things that scare us, but there can be fears that all of us have that don't involve zombies or ghosts, and therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and also, more importantly, finding ways to overcome them. Because honestly, if you don't face your fears, that can be one of the scariest things of all, because that just keeps you sort of paralyzed and locked into situations that become, and I love this word, deleterious to your life and others around you. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You fill out an online form. BetterHelp matches you with a therapist. You have a chat, a chinwag. You talk about stuff. You see whether it works. If it doesn't, well, you can change your therapist at no charge as well. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/LockedOnNBA today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/LockedOnNBA. Today's episode is also brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. You can be watching a game, you can be getting a hunch, not a hunchback. We're not talking Quasimodo. We're talking about an idea, a thought, an inkling about what's happening. You open up the FanDuel app, you check out all of where you place those bets, and in that same spot, the live stats and the live play-by-play, they are there at your fingertips. And if you are a new customer, you can go and place a $5 bet on FanDuel, and you get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. So head across to FanDuel.com right now to get started, and don't forget to gamble responsibly. Now, people often ask me when I'm doing my mock drafts, hey, why are you always doing this on this site? What's this site? Well, it's Fantrax always. Why aren't you doing it on Yahoo? And the reason that I've spoken about, and there's something just, the noise just started in the background there. Apologies for that. The reason that I have that is because on Yahoo, when you set up a draft, and this is happening for this draft right now, is that when they went in and made the settings, they incorrectly chose a snake draft. But of course, on Yahoo, you can't adjust that. We were 30 minutes before it started. You can't make that adjustment. You also can't go in on Yahoo and push the time back and say, can I just fix it and we'll start in a half an hour? Can't do that. And you also can't go onto Yahoo and create another league and start another league immediately. You have to wait 2 hours to start a new league. So we're going to have to probably move that league over to Fantrax. And that's why I do it on Fantrax, because if on Fantrax there's an issue with my setting, I just stop the draft, I reset it, I go in there and I change the settings and we're done, or I move the time back 5 minutes. Can't do it on Yahoo. It's impossible. If something goes wrong, you have to move it back 2 hours. That is why I do it, and that is what the problem we're running into at the moment. So We'll see how it pans out. You'll come back and you'll see where the league is in a second. This is just the intro. All right, you're strapping in for another draft. We got it sorted. We're over on Fantrax now. So it was going to be my only Yahoo draft of the season, and now I have 0 Yahoo leagues this season. Obviously can't join a prize league because I'm not allowed to because I live in Australia. I'm not joining any public leagues because they're default 10-team points leagues for some reason. That's it. Yahoo's done. No Yahoo leagues for me. All right, we are 28 seconds away. Again, this one's a little bit different because we go 15-man rosters, 12 starters, 3 bench. This is a relatively long-standing league. Jared Johnson's in here. Joel Bartolotta is in here. Curran's in here. Day-to-day Fantasy is in here. Who else do I know? Alex Reclean is in here. There's other guys in here as well. As you can see all the names at the top. You may not recognize all of them, but this league has been going for a few years now. I am one of the previous champions, and we are actually off and running. As I don't even have my draft tracker open. That is an L for me, but we'll get it sorted. All right, because it's so much mess trying to get this league going off. All right, here we go. Wemby is up. I'm not going to bid on Wemby, but I do want to see what pricing he goes for. Because yesterday in industry pickup, he was very cheap. Well, cheap, not very cheap. He was cheaper than I anticipated. The other difference in this league is there's 4 moves per week, and it's a max cap, which I don't really like, but Jared likes it as a move, 75 moves for the season. So I don't like that, but it is something that he has done in this league all the time, and who am I to tell him not to do it? All right, let's see where Wemby ends up going here. As I'm just trying to set all my screens up on my other end here, making sure I've got it all. All right, Wemby up to 65. No one going higher than that? This is always a great test to see, I guess, how the room is treating things. There was someone I wanted to chuck out early. Where am I nominating second? How do you bid? Like in the middle. In the middle, blue bid button. Who asked that? I just want to see if he bid shout on. Who's that? And where is he? Down there. All right. So what we can see here now, again, these are slightly deeper rosters, but there is still the same amount of money in this draft as there was yesterday. So theoretically, prices should be cheaper, but they're not. Very interesting. Let's get Kawhi out there and let's see what people spend on him. To me, Wemby went for this sort of a setting. Again, we are looking at a scenario here because instead of a 14-man roster, which we did yesterday, we've got a 15-man roster. And the other difference is we've got 12 starters and 3 bench. So, and no games cap. So the entire roster becomes important. I won't be looking at 4 or 5 $1 players. I'll be looking at 1 and trying to get 13 to 14 mid-price players. That is extra important in this sort of a setting to me. Especially with Wemby going high target early, high price early. That's intriguing. Now, Kawhi only sitting at $9. Is interesting. I wanted to get more money off the board and see how someone would respond to this. Yesterday, he went for 14. Remember, there is the exact same amount of money in this draft room, but 12 extra players have to get drafted. $10 for Kawhi. So Wemby goes more, Kawhi goes less. Very interesting. Yeah, so, and again, yesterday's draft, we had a 4 games cap limit per position, so the bench is not as important. This one, we've got 12 actives and 3 bench, no games cap. So it does make it quite different. So that, to me, pulls the price of the top-end guys down, and I really do want to hit the middle. Now, I tell you what I know will happen is Karan thinks exactly the same as me, not because he's copying me or listening to me, because he's not, because this is not going out live. But yesterday he had the same idea in that draft, and he will adjust, I believe, the same way here, and he will not hit the $1 players, and he will try and hit the middle in this one as well. I don't know what everyone else will do. I think from history, Jared, who is team failure at the end there, Jared likes to, like he would, in every other draft we've done, he was, man, that's too cheap. What are you guys doing? You let him go too cheap. He loves to push up the top end guys. So I hope that he does that because I believe that is not a strategy that will have as much success in this format. I hope. But Karen's always the one I've got to watch because he does usually gravitate to that same idea that I do. And I think it's extra important in this one to be able to hit depth. 12 starters, 3 bench. That bench, they're all starters. All 15 players on these teams are starters. Remember that. We've only got 4 ads per week, so I need 1 streaming spot. So I need 14 players to be considered starters. And if there's anything you take out of this entire mock, it's a real draft that I just paid money for. It's like $150 for my money. It's like 100 US entry, whatever. That's not important. What is important is that when you put those settings in, like the prices that every player goes for is marginally interesting, but it's more how do I adjust my strategy based on the league type. So now it's Shea. So Jokic went 73, Wemby 75. So already, and I said this in yesterday's industry pickup auction, is that I thought that this second auction that I was doing, people would push the prices of the top end guys up higher, when to me, they should be going lower. Great for my strategy. But I'm also noting Karen not touching anybody. Now, do I try and throw him off and just throw a bid on Shea? It's a little bit too dangerous at this point because I do not want Shea for that price. Up to $58. I got Doncic in industry pickup for $54 yesterday. So we are above pricing for players. It's always, and you can check this on Basketball Monsters Draft Tracker. The price adjusts as guys get picked, and it will tell you what the original price for this value of player was and what the adjusted price is based on the money left over. And then I can tell, like if the original price for a player was 52 and now they're priced at 51, that just means there's less money available. Because I believe guys have been going over. Like Shea going for 60 is crazy to me in this sort of a league. That is way too much. Way too much for the way that I'm trying to approach this. And maybe I got to make sure I'm not hyper fixating on what Curran is doing, because there's 11 other guys, including a lot of other fantasy people like Joel, who was in yesterday's draft. Who, interestingly, Joel in yesterday's draft, I believe he's the team that spent a lot on his bench. So we'll see what he does in this one. Luka already up to 60. Have at it, guys. Let's get this money out of here. My next one's going to be chucking Embiid out to see what people want to waste on him. So I want 14 players to spend money on. Doncic for 65. I got him for 54 yesterday. This is why, again, when we talk auctions and I talk player evaluations all through the season, I don't like to put a value dollar on someone because it is just completely dynamic. The differences in a league, like the pricing of someone is wildly different. And as soon as a player goes and another player goes, the pricing on everyone else can change $2, $3, $4. And the ranges are all over the shop. But to me, 65 is too high in a league that goes the extra depth and uses all the depth. Who are we doing now? Ant Edwards. This is one of those ones. It's hard to judge how everybody views him. He should be around 30. 41 already. Jesus Christ. All right, please. This is setting up nicely. I want Curran to start attacking. Please, Curran, do something. I know he won't. I want Reclean in this as well. Do something, my guy. I don't want you annoying me on the back end. Cameron Thomas. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time. How are they going to view this man? I'll take him for 10. I'll take him for 13, actually. I'm currently lead bidding at 7. I'll definitely take that. Chris Wilson, please leave that alone. I will take him for $11. Bartolotta, I'll go to 12 on you then, and I'll leave him at 12. All right, there we go. Cam Thomas, $12. That is below my valuation by a sizable amount. I had him at about a $16 player. That, to me, is hitting what I want in the mid prices. I like it. Often that first mid-price player, there's two ways it goes. It either goes way above or it slides under, and I think it's slid under. And I'm going to use that as a reference point for a lot of other players later on. We already know the top-end guys are going too high. Like Giannis here, what should we be looking at? $50 probably. I would say 50 is a solid price for Yanni. Let's see where they take it to. So Edwards went for 40. We need it to go higher than that. Karen, I need you involved here, mate. Mainly just to get some money out. Would have liked to have kept Thomas to $10, but it's okay. You'll also note that Kawhi is sitting as a $10 player, and obviously he's way better than Cam Thomas. I just don't think he's going to play 40 games. So Giannis went 42. That one is interesting. So people are scared of punting, that means. Because that is actually, like, compared to Doncic at 65, Giannis at 42, Jay Struder, you are now my number one competition, because that makes it not impossible to beat, but it makes it hard, because that's silly. That is very low. All right, Embiid, let's see. What do these fools want to spend? To me, I wouldn't go over $25. But that's because I've just said all along, not because I'm sticking to what I've said, but I believe what I've said. I just don't want to do it. And I don't have any faith whatsoever in him playing enough games, or more importantly, when they count. I'm also got complete faith in every retired old head screaming and complaining, and every other clown commenting underneath it. Yeah, they should just make the players only get paid for the games they played. And like Kevin Garnett, like complaining, oh, he's so soft, why isn't he playing games? I don't know, mate, maybe because he had multiple knee surgeries and his knee's cooked and he can't actually do it. Like, I don't know. Do you think maybe there's a reason for it? Or he just wants to be soft? I don't know. It's a hard call. I'm not really sure which way it goes. $38. Oh, Jared got him for $38. Good luck, my guy. RIP your season. Carl Anthony Towns. This should be like a $30-ish player, $35-ish. If I can get him for under 30, I am in. Karen, any shot from you, my guy? By the way, the other news today, the Knicks, Precious Achiuwa, 2 to 4 weeks with a hamstring strain. This is the ultimate real-life stars and scrubs test, because they have nobody. So I would say that means that obviously all of their starters are going to play 1 million minutes. Jericho Sims probably has to get the backup center minutes now behind Towns, who would probably push to 37 minutes. I'm guessing. I think Ariel Hakporti is better than Jericho Sims. They only have 12 guys on their roster, the Knicks, and 2 of them are hurt, and that's Achiuwa and Robinson. There's only 10 active players, and one of them is Pacome Dadier. Yeah. They're in, I think the Knicks, and everyone's all ready to froth them, they are in real strife. They have no players, and they're trying to do this salary cap dance of have 12, 13 players, then cut them and have them 2 weeks on to keep the apron. They are in absolute, I think they're in massive strife, to be honest with you. And we'll see what happens with the Knicks, but that is what you can't afford. It's all well and good to have a great starting 5. But I know Tibbs will try it. You can't play him 48 minutes a night. This needs to hit 50. I don't want it because it sort of ruins my mids, but I need to make sure people are doing more on this Anthony Davis one, who's, by the way, shooting 55% in preseason. From the free throw line, I should have added that part. 55 from the field is good. 55 from the line is not. What I also noticed is people in the chat saying, oh man, I can't believe Towns and Embiid went for basically the same price. Yeah, because one of them is not injured. Yet, I guess. Up to 50. All right, it's good. We're getting money off the board. Let me just do a quick dollars check. Where do we sit in terms of value in the room? Everyone has been as a total overpriced to me. So we should get some nice values coming in. But also, of course, Curran not touching anybody. Don't like that from him. So it's only Curran and Chris Wilson who haven't drafted anybody. The other difference we notice in this league, the extra positions, 2 guards, 2 forwards. So we've got point guard, shooting guard, 2 guards, small forward, power forward, 2 forwards, 1 center. As it should be, as according to scripture. Tyrese Halliburton. Now, I'm very hopeful that someone takes this to 40 plus. I won't. I'll say, is it a little bit cute to do this? I'll say, I'm trying to not spend over $30 on a player. Maybe even over 25. Will that work? I don't think so. I'll probably get sucked in somewhere. But I've got 13 players to fill. $187 to do it. Should get a calculator out. 187 divided by 13 is $14 per player on average. Okay. Oh, I like this. This is hitting to 50 for Halliburton. Keep it pushing. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 48. Come on. Let's hit that 50 mark. I don't like that he came straight after Davis because people will be very reluctant to push him higher than Davis because, typically that's where he goes. But behind Davis. There you go. Jared does it every time. Man, that's crazy value. Is it Jared? I'm not sure that it is. But that's, again, different ways to value players. He wants to always get the top guys and push them higher every time. Man, that's great value. I don't think it is. But again, that is what is good about this game. We have differing opinions and different strategies. And all it takes is one little flick of something to change the way that we approach it. Stephen Curry. Pretty sure I won't be in here. This should be 30-ish, mid-30s. It's already up to 28. All right, Joel, you've already got some. I need Chris Wilson to... Is he even here? Is he logged in? Is Curran here? Maybe they're not green because the system says thought they're not interested. I need them to do it. Curran, do something. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. It's what annoys me about him. He's a very good fantasy player. He won the inaugural Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. The whole Battle Royale. Because he knows what he's doing. It just happens that he thinks exactly like me. Which is annoying when you draft with him. The only thing that he does different usually than me is he really likes to hit balanced builds versus punting stuff. So we'll see how that impacts the teams that he's looking at. Steph at 42. Wow, I do like that. Yeah, we are getting some cash off the board. It's my turn to nominate. Durant. Let's get cash out of here. So hopefully someone pushes this to 40 as well. They won't. I reckon 35 might be all right. 23, come on. Cash check. Yeah, we're sitting about $1 to $2 above at the moment on every player. Or $1 to $2 of value I think we're going to get. So everyone's overspending, which is exactly how I want it to do. Except Karen, Chris, any chance? I've at least got a player. It's Cam Thomas, my favorite player in the league, who I can't wait to watch play this season. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so yes. Durant's up to $34. Oh my God, that's a W. Good. Let's go. When I have a value on a player and someone goes $7, $8, $10 more, not saying that Durant was $10 more, he was like $6 more, I love it. Joel gets him. So Joel's got Durant and Kawhi. Oh my God. Good luck. Although it could work out really well. Wow, who did this? Real baller nominates Ben Simmons. Go for it. Well, this guy's, I was just bidding because he was too cheap. Maybe he's not too cheap. $2 on Ben Simmons for Karen. Oh, you're in, Karen, are you? Take Ben. Let him have him. Let's get him started. All right, he's got Ben Simmons. $2 player. Should I try my Dalton Connect strategy again? Oh my God. What an L that was yesterday. By the way, in industry pickup, we've had our first waiver process run as well. I tried to get Kelly Oubre, and guess what? Karen beat me to it. By spending $81 of his $1,000 budget on, I only had $34 bid on it, so I obviously missed out on that by a lot. Here goes the Don Donovan Mitchell, who I do not want to invest in whatsoever. Not at the prices that he goes for. Although, 31's like, okay. I'll say 31 would have been fine. Keep going. 33. Come on, that's not enough. Oh, by the way, I said that Karen won Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Eric also won Locked On Fantasy Basketball. I believe they won it the same year. I think Karen won the points one and Eric won the category one in the same year. Completely forgot that he was even in this draft from Day-to-Day Fantasy. Yeah, so he won Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl too. Good for them. I've made the Battle Royale both years. I just haven't won it yet. So, Eric has got Shea and Don. So he's spent up. He spent up more than anybody else. No, he hasn't. That's not true because Shoudon's got Halliburton and Davis. So 2 guys loading up. 2 first-rounders for Shoudon. 2 top 15-ish, let's just call it, for Eric. So we know where they're in. They're handcuffed now, handicapped a little bit in terms of what they do with their next picks. And Karen and Chris, is Chris even alive? Might as well chuck it in the chat. Jason Tatum, do I want this? I don't mind it. I am going to really... I'm going to see if I can get no top 20 player. Oh, there he is. All right, so Chris is in making a bid. What did Karen do? Move Ben Simmons down to his bench? I thought he had a player, but he moved him down to the bench. $42 for Tatum. All right, keep going. Push it up to 48. Yeah, come on, let's go. 42 Reclean. 42 for Jason Tatum. This one, I fear, guys, might be a long one. Because there's just a lot of players that have got to be picked. We're 17 players in. Good luck to you staying. Maybe I'll give you a special code at the end. And it enables you to get to, I don't know, special access to my private collection. James Jim Harden. Will people, they won't yeah, if I had done this auction 6 weeks ago, I would have snagged him for $25. But, yeah, we're not. So he's going to go for 38. Maybe. Let's keep an eye on it. The reason why I want to hit mids in this, I know that sounds stupid, that phrase, hitting mids, but I don't really know what else to say, is that, again, we are using every one of these players all the time. So, I want to have the ability that an injury doesn't hurt as much, because I just sub waiver wire guys in. I want to have it that all my players have, like, there can be an outsized ability for those top guys, obviously. But let's say, for example, Wembanyama, who went for $75. Is Wembanyama worth 6 Cam Thomases? That's the question. So Jim went for $39. And you would say, well, he obviously blocks more shots. He's way better. True. But is he worth 6 Cam Thomases as a price? Now, that doesn't exactly work out because then you'd have Wembanyama plus 5 $1 players. So was Wembanyama plus 5 $1 players worth 6 Cam Thomases? In certain areas, yes. In certain areas, no. But when you start to add that stuff up, that's where I believe the value comes in. Harden, 39. So Jared's got 3 players. Embiid, Harden, and Edwards. He is hamstrung. W. Love that. Love it, hamstring. I am punting more on DeAndre Ayton. As much as I like what he can do at times, I just think that when we get to fantasy playoffs, he's going to be, excuse the language, snowed in. Speaking of snowed in, to see Tyrese Halliburton's Instagram live I think, the other day? If you know, you know. DeAndre Ayton. Now, what price are they going to go with here? I just don't want him. I think he's going to get value here, but I really do worry about what's going to happen end of season. How many people are going to melt down, do you think, when the Blazers don't start Scoot? I've accepted it. I know it's not going to happen. $15 for Ayton is not bad. Trae Young here. What are you doing? $2 on Trae Young. Why is no one bidding? Thank you, Chris. That's, well, I think you... Oh, let's go. Come on, push it up. I like him for 33, 34. But Chris, I want you in the game, my guy. Chris wants him. Let Chris have him. We need everybody. I know you might want Trae Young. Trae Young is priced appropriately. Let Chris have him. This is a strategy that not many people actually do that I believe is a really strong one. Is that when someone's sitting there with all this money and there's a player that's around the price that you think, just let them have him. You want that money off the board. You don't want them sitting... Now, there comes a point in a draft where they have too much money left, and then you want to freeze them out. But otherwise, you want them money off the board. You want them into the game. You don't want them lording over you with all their money saying, do something for me. You know, just throwing it around like you're working at like Red Pole Moments or something. Is that a place? It will be. I'll open it up. I'll be the key entertainer. LeBron James is going here. Will he go for $30? If I can get it for under 20, I will 100% do it. I won't get it from under 20, obviously, because people are so unkind. They're just really mean to me. I'm going to try and be... I know this is a long mock draft. It's a real draft. No, it's a long real draft. I'm going to try and be as stupid as I can just in what I'm talking about here. See how many of you catch on to things or entertain. This is my third morning in a row of getting up at 5:30 to get ready for fantasy basketball stuff. And you know what? There's only 6 more months of it to go, so that's going to be fun. We might lose our minds. LeBron goes for 30. Maybe I need a big sleep in tomorrow. In a big comfy bed with piles of money and many beautiful women. Jordan Poole. Okay. Can we imagine, let's do it. Let's add him to Cam Thomas. I'm not going more than that. I'm not going more than 12. We're going team stupid. Let's go, Cam Thomas. Joel. No, I won't go more than that. You can have him for 13. I was interested. Imagine a Cam Thomas Jordan Poole team would be the funniest. There you go. Jordan Poole, $13. Joel Bartolotta, who has already hit hard here. He's already got 4 guys. No, 3. Durant, Poole, and Leonard. Good for you. Domas Sabonis. I am very hopeful this pushes to mid to high 30s. I don't think it will. Let's try and get it there. I'm looking for value with these players. 6'4" in finance. I read somewhere. This is what happened again. Early morning. Yes, hit it to 40. That it's only like less than 4% of the population of males maybe it's less than 3% is 6'4" or taller. Which in the context of the NBA is crazy, considering that we're talking about like less than 3% of the population is qualifying for most of those positions in terms of qualifying. Like that's how teams draft, right? But that's crazy that 3% of the population is taller than 6'4". Maybe that's an incorrect number. I saw it and I went, wow. Because I'm 6'3.8" or 3.9 or something, right? So I'm basically close enough to 6'4". Like I don't consider myself that tall. But really, like there's 97% of people that I'm taller than? Okay. And again, and then when you talk about like 7-footers, like to get in the NBA, if you're 7 foot, like isn't it like a 40% chance you make the NBA as a 7-footer or something crazy like that? LaMelo Ball. This is a $45 player, $40 player at least. Obviously, there's risk, but people are ignoring the risk. W. Chris is looking for a Trae Young LaMelo Ball combination. I am here for it, Chris. Curran has one player, and it's Ben Simmons. Oh, he's in here too. I like me some LaMelo Ball. I've got him in a few drafts. I'm not going to touch him here. and 37 for LaMelo. So if we do some price comparisons now, there's nothing that massively stands out. Some idiot took Cam Thomas for $12. James Harden going for less than Anthony Edwards is a big bonus for a Jared. He had all of his players, 39, 40, 38. Wow. And Embiid, 38, the cheapest of the three, understandably. Chesterfield Holmgren. Early season bump. Hopefully this pushes to 30 plus. I'm hoping. I don't have him as a $30 player. Again, format is very key. No one has gone super strong stars and scrubs. Like, Eric has a little bit. Shout on, which I think is Sean, has gone a little bit. Actually, a couple of people have, because Giannis and LeBron, Tatum and Towns, Sabonis for Reclean, he's gone a little scrubsy. It is just fucking Curran, and of course it is. Wemby and Aiden's not a star, is he? And Joel's sitting pretty nicely with his picks. $41 for Chet. More than Ant. More than Harden. More than Trey. More than LaMelo. Absolute wowee stuff there. And Reclean gets him. So Reclean is probably not doing much with assists. Towns, Sabonis, Holmgren, Tatum. Oh, it's my nomination. Let's throw Scotland out there. Barnesy. I would look 25 for Scott. Imagine I just make a team of everyone that people think that I hate. Scott Barnes, Cam Thomas. Who else would be on that team? Who would you put on that team of guys that I hate? Apparently people think I hate Zach Edey. Maybe we'll put him on it. Well, actually, that's an unbelievable name to nominate for next time. Also, I know that this... I saw this comment. Now, I know it's Legion Hoops, so automatically, Legion Hoops, you look at what they posted and go, wow, the opposite of this must be true. And it's because, yeah, that's a 99% success rate if you think that way. Shout out to Legion Hoops if you're watching. But they put like a list of available free agents. It was like Lonnie Walker, Jay Crowder, Dennis Smith Jr., who is actually good. Markel Fultz, who's actually solid-ish as well. But then a bunch of like nothing, right? These are the best. And someone said, this team is low-key better than the Blazers. Have you actually seen the Blazers? Like, have you seen their team? Like, Lonnie Walker's bad. Dennis Smith is fine enough as an eighth man. Jay Crowder's done. Like, this, the idea that the Blazers are bad and have a bad roster is crazy. The idea that Lonnie Walker is good is also crazy. Man, I can't believe it. Well, Lonnie, the new CBA killed it. No, Lonnie Walker being bad killed the fact that he's not on a team. And I know that maybe I should draft Lonnie Walker. Maybe he's someone I hate. Devin Booker. Already going above my pricing, which is what Chris, yes, you can take him. Please, Chris, bid him up to Trae Young prices. Somebody get in on this. Curran, you probably want him, don't you? I can actually deal with the fact if me and Curran are the only guys going mid-round and we hit like 20 guys between us. Because there's enough of those guys around. Curran, I don't want Brook Lopez. If you want him, absolutely go ahead. This is more of the speed of a usual auction for me, where I just sit back and don't do anything. 30 picks in. I've got Cam Thomas, so you know. Brook Lopez, interesting. He went for $9 yesterday. He goes for $5 here, which at $5 is actually not bad. Not bad. So Curran's got... I didn't realize he got LaMelo. Huh. And at a good price. Same price as Scott Barnes, who went for 36. I'm not there, but I'm getting to that stage where I've got to start making sure that I don't leave it too late and I've got too much money left. I'm definitely not there yet. I'm definitely not there. I've got probably 50 guys who, maybe even 60 guys who would be solid targets for me and would all fit my price range. Here's one of them. Jalen Brunson. This one, I was going to hope it went under 30. Now, the worry, I like the opportunities that Brunson, everyone's hurt, right? He's going to have to play a lot of minutes. The worry I have here with Brunson, at $31 is fine, I just didn't want to do it. Do want to invest too much. I've got him in a lot of leagues also. The problem I'm going to have is that I worry that the Thibodeau workload is going to lead to breakdowns with him, with Towns, with OG. Who wants to place a bet? Not a real bet. I'm not FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Who wants to place a bet that Mikal Bridges misses his first game this season? This is one that I get in on a lot, DeJounte Murray. I worry that CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram are going to dick him over. And I actually, if you want to talk about players I cannot stand from just the way that he annoys me, he is one of them. Actually, maybe, again, let's do that team. Let's add him to Cam Thomas, the guys that I don't like as players watching, or the way that DeJounte acts is what I don't like also. Let's go. Ooh, it's getting up there. We'll let that pass. We'll let it slide. Also, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but LA Dodgers are playing today, so I hope that my mate Evan Phillips has a big game and they can get through to the World Series. As a Padres fan, newly minted Padres fan, it hurts to say that. But, if I've got a mate that's playing on one of the teams, I will support him. So, yeah, good luck, Evan, in Game 6 today. DeJounte at $28. We might start to look at a 25, 26, or I'll tell you who might go underpriced here, is old mate. I think Tyrese is going to get underpriced, but Damian Lillard is one that I'm very interested in. Rudy Gobert, I'll pass on this one. I think there might, although we're always just looking for value. I'm not looking at a specific punt build scenario in this draft. I'm just trying to see where the value comes, and then when we get some value picks, then we adjust what we want to do after that. Gobert up to 21 is an insane price. What are people doing? Are they chasing blocks to be number 2 behind Wembanyama? It appears so. That is a crazy price. What is going on? $22. I like myself a good Gobert, but what is actually happening? Blocks are scarce. Cool. $23? Let's do a price comparison. I can't even find anyone who's in that price range, to be honest. So he set the middle class there. LP Şengün. The way that this draft sits, like Şengün should have been around that price. So is he just going to go way higher? I'll throw 23 on Şengün. Same price as Gobert, but I'm not going to get it because this is going to just outprice everybody here. And we are still running well above value on players. And if I keep it clean, keep my balance sheet clean, I should be able to get values. I want Curran, who I am ahead of, W. I want Curran to be able to grab one more player, so I've got more of an advantage. Anyone else only drafted 1? No. Even Chris has now got 3. Murray, Booker, Young. Good. Good from him. They're good pricings. I want Curran to do something because the only guy he's relying upon is LaMelo Ball. Mid-20. Oh, far out. People are just going hard. Do I want De'Aaron Fox, whose assist numbers preseason, they're bad. The Kings also are terrible in preseason. And I know it's preseason, but I believe there is an I haven't got a link to the exact data, but the data exists, and I'm going to misquote it or butcher it slightly, but I believe there is an incredibly strong correlation from historical data that shows that if you are bad and you are winless in preseason, that you go under your Vegas win-loss totals. And the teams to watch for that are Sacramento and I think Denver. And teams that go undefeated in preseason nearly always surprise in the regular season. So let's watch that for those teams. And I will talk about that in the over-under win-loss season win total show. Evan Mobley. I'm bigger on Mobley. Why is he here already? I'm bigger on Mobley than most. But obviously not, because these guys are all pricing up on him. And what, again, we are seeing is that everybody is ignoring the idea that these are 15-man rosters with daily changes. They are ignoring that fact that you will need to use your entirety of the bench where there is no games cap. And that is good for me, hopefully. I I am also, Karen, I knew you would do this because you do think the same as me, that I have to be careful that I don't edge myself too much, that I just end up dribbling some of the money out. I need to be cautious. I still have enough players left, but I do have to start hitting on some. Ooh, 29 for Lillard. Huh. Jay Studer, he's bidding on everything. But look how look how many top heavy teams there are. 32 for Lillard. I can't say I expected to see that. Okay, so I can see my targets now. Maxey, Morant, Jalen Johnson, Cade, Adebayo. I don't want Larry Marketing. I don't want that invisibility in the playoffs, but I want someone to push him to 35. Will you guys do it? You still have money, a lot of you, and you are obviously going in on this. And I think what is also happening outside of Curran is that everyone's saying, well, he's got 4 good players. He's got 3 good players. I need to get another one. And after Chris Wilson took forever, he's got 4 players. And he's in on this next one too. But he's going to have no money. And I know that you guys in chat, Josh, what are you doing? You're missing out on all these bargains. I don't think I've missed out on a single bargain based on the way that I've priced it on these league settings. If I did, I would have told you, damn, I should have done that. There are some that might be, in an okay zone, but it's a player that I'm not super confident on. Like Marketing, like is $26 for Marketing good? Yeah, it's pretty good, but I just don't want him on a roto situation. I would have bid that. On a head-to-head with playoffs, I won't. He should go $3, $4 under. James Butler. I'm in here. Let's see where we go. Contract year, Jimmy. Contract year, Jimmy. $21. Can I go that? I mean, I can. Do I want to? 23 to Joel. Debating. Still got plenty of players left that I can grab. That I want to grab. This isn't... okay. 24. Not bad. My nomination, is it? Let's throw Zach Edey out. I want to see how... Can we get him for more than 9? I'm not throwing Dalton Connect. I'm not falling for that garbage again. 3. Come on, let's go. Let's push it to $7. But what we're also seeing is that people are undervaluing, or maybe not, because they went real cheap on Brook Lopez. They're really hitting the highs and mid highs at above value. And I'm just trying to make sure I sneak through the right value picks. 80 for 6. Different process to yesterday. You'll say, how do you win, Josh, if your best player is Jalen Williams or Cade Cunningham or Tyrese Maxey? Well, you do it by having 7 best players. Ja Morant, this one is one I am in on. It's just 19. Ooh, Chris is through a 25 on Ja Morant, and I'm annoyed by that because I don't know that he's worth more than that. 26. I don't think I'll do that. All right. So these people are no money. They're running out of money crazy. Chris can average $6 a player. Jay Struder can average $6 a player. Jared can average $5 a player. Vooch, this one is amazingly, I am actually interested. What are we doing? $12 on Vooch. I don't want to spend $12 on Vooch, but I will. Why did you push it up to 11, Joel? No one would have done that. Annoying from you? Oh, okay. Well, maybe they would have. They got $14 on Vooch, really. I'll leave it. I'm not going to submit myself to Vooch. I don't want Kyrie either, so I'm going to nominate him coming up soon. And Paul George I want to get out as well. One centre league too, so the centre priority is not quite as high. We're getting into the territory of paying attention. I'm not paying attention. I'm already paying attention. Of starting to spend this money. We are 40 picks in. I've got one guy. Kyrie. Don't want him. Don't want the 2-game playoff week. Unless he's going for $20, which he won't. Will he go for 30, 35? That's the big question here. I'll take him for 22, absolutely. Okay. 23 to Joel. 24. Okay. Who's the Doncic team? I want him to get Curry. He won't do it though. Dio. Halano Dikai. Up to 25 for Curry. 20. Come on. So Joel's got 6 players. Kyrie, Durant, and Kawhi. Wowee. Here we go. Jalen Johnson time. I know Curran's going to be in here and it's going to annoy me absolutely to no end. We want $20 on this. All of you other clowns with no money, please leave me. But it would be great. Like if Jay Studis spends $25, he's done. But I also want Jalen Johnson. I don't want to go over on him, but I want him. Can you, all of you guys who have got no money, please just leave me alone? Well, who do you think you are? You've got no money. These broke boys bidding here. 23. Oh, okay, good. We're off and running. 23 for Jalen Johnson. This should start the summer of Josh. Now we want a Van Vliet. I want another Jalen. I want a Tyrese Maxey. I want a thick Hogsman. We all look for thickness at some point in our life in some position, and this is where I want to get thick. This is a $15 to $16 player. I hope everyone here hates him. They won't because they're idiots bidding. Apologies to all of you league mates who I'm calling idiots and broke boys and lovers of thickness. Well, I'm not having a bidding war over bloody Tobias Harris. Eric, leave him alone. You've got enough. You've got 4 or 5 players. These are all he's got. Look, he loves these players. Markkanen's, Butlers. Fuck off! 16 for Toby. Should we thick it up further? No, I reckon we can go 1, maybe to 18. Maybe. Good. Toby 16. Let's start to hit. I want Tyrese Maxey. And now Karan is still sitting there smiling and smirking with only 2 players. Tyrese Maxey. 24 I'll go to here. Joel, just... How much money do you think you have, Joel? Chris, what do you think you've got? You got no money. Like, put it away. I'll go to 27 on Maxey. If I don't go this, we've got other ones. We've got Quickly, we've got Van Vliet, we've got Cunningham that we'll go for next. Karen, oh, hello. Here you are you? One more. I will stop at 29. That is actually higher than I wanted to go. But I got sucked in. But we are rolling. So I have got 10 players left that I want to add. Well, they need to add for $119. Those of you quick on the calc will say it's about $12 a player. So I've got to be a little cautious on what I'm doing. Julius, the double royal, Randall. Let's find some value here. I'll take him for 13. Yeah, 100% I'll take him for 13. Please leave that. Please, everyone, leave that. And Jay Struder, you don't have the money. What are you doing? Aren't you fiscally responsible? Where's the fiscal responsibility? Should I take Orlando Julius Randle with Paolo Banchero coming up? But that cooks him. He's got $51 for 10 spots. As you can tell, what a very, very different draft to yesterday's one. The Bronco. Under 20 would be amazing. What I think will happen is obviously he won't go there because someone will blow their load and they will put themselves into some sort of bankruptcy plan. And the people that are bidding here don't have money, which is a W. Keep going, guys. Could I price in? I take no. Oh, hang on. I don't want him to get it. I don't want Halano Dikai to get him because he's got some money. I'd rather get one of these other guys cleaned out. Except for you, Curran. $32 on Jalen Williams is a lot, though. I got Jalen Johnson for 23 and Maxey for 29. I am unbelievably loving that, but Curran got him. I want to get Paul George out soon because I want to see what people do there. Bam Bam. Real risk of an overbid here. And I hope it's from someone who doesn't have the money. 10 picks left. $12 a player. Need to start focusing. All right, up to 20 for Bam. I might hold that. Yeah, I'll leave this. Joel, you don't have the money, so do it, my guy. He's going opposite strategy to yesterday. We'll say anyway. But he's running into single-digit bids. People are really not caring about the back end here, which is very intriguing. Maybe I'll be proven to be wrong. 27 for Bam. 26, sorry. $26 for Bam. Makes me wish I went higher on Şengün when he went to 33. Same as Ja Morant. That's interesting. Here we go. Cade Cunningham. I would like to get him at a nice price. I know Curran is going to annoy me here. Whoa, what are we doing here? Whoa, what is happening? What happened there? $27 for Cade. I like Cade, but are we sure? Okay. Curran and me, same amount of players drafted. Yep. Van Vliet, we are interested. Pricing is key. I'm bidding you up, Joel. I don't know if you want him or not, but you've been talking in the chat the whole time about price enforcement. So I'll see if I do it to you, and I'll also pull out at the right time. That is what she said. Fred should be a $23, $24 player. That's where he's at. Debating. Pass. Who got him? Real baller. He has got $25 left for 10 players. I'm hooked on a feeling. It's nice knowing you. I'll see you in an hour. He's out. Wiped out for now. This has been a very, very interesting auction. I just want Curran to go away. Paul George. It was my nomination, and I just forgot to hit the nomination button, but I had George out there because I wanted him out. If I can get $20, if I can get someone to push him to 20, I'll love it. If I can get him for under 20, I'll also be interested in it. I'm not letting you have him for $15. Absolutely no way. I think this guy, Helena Dikai, is a Sixers fan. Vaguely remember that. I want him. He needs to actually take somebody. Joel for 21. That would wipe him out. I actually want him to take Paul George, Helena Dikai. Pretty sure he's a Sixers fan. Because he's sitting there with a bit of money. Not much, but a bit of money. Joel, I think, is pricing forcing. If Joel adds Paul George to a Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving grouping, absolutely good luck. Could work out amazingly. 25 Paul George. Good. Throw Paolo into my queue. Oh, here we go. Mr. Emmanuel quickly. Raptors shut down a real risk. Do I have the money to get value here? I don't know. I'm still continually looking as I go 10 guys for $12 average each. What are we doing sitting at $5 here? Come on. Something weird happened then. All right, now quickly's pushing into the right zone. If I get $15 would be literally amazing. Arik is going to bid me up. Oh, Karen, you all you dickheads, please stop this. Joel, price enforcing legend. I'll go one more. I'll take 19 on quickly, and I will regret it. Oh, Joel goes to 20. Interesting. I think I might end up... Oh, God, what am I... Okay. Take him, Joel. Now you're in strife. 8 players, $47. You're a $5 guy now as well. Who's the next player to nominate that I just want to get out of here? I mean, it's not my nomination yet. Ooh, Derek White. I'll go to 12, and I'll sit at 12. So, okay, so Jared, you want him. You don't really have the money for it. I'll go to 14. And I'll take it at 14. Oh, shout on. You're a part of this now, are you? Arik, you're in. Still got enough guys left for the $12 average. I do. 10 players left. 12. Got like 28 guys left that I like who will fit my pricing range. So we're still okay. Wow. Derek White's pushed... Now, this is... $18. I like that you guys spent more money. Arik has got 5 guys rostered. He has $37 left. He's a $4 per player guy. But he's got Shea, Don Mitchell, Derek White, Market, and a Butler. Not a really good structured team. Ooh, Palawankera. 23. You just went... hard early. What? Yep, okay, go. Take the money off. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. 127. 128. 129. 130. 131 Jared just didn't mean to hit bid, apparently. He got wrecked. What, Joel, that is unbelievable to throw $22 immediately onto Paolo. I didn't think anyone was going to go that high. Unbelievable stuff. Michael Conley. Yeah, I'll take $2. I'll take Conley for 2. Please leave him for 2. Oh, 3. Okay. $3 is fine for Conley. Yusuf Nurkic. This would fit nicely as a $10 player. I hope I don't have to go that high, actually. Jay Struder, I've never seen someone bid on as many players as you. You can't afford any of this. Chris Wilson, neither can. None of you can. What are you guys doing? Apart from annoying me without knowing that you're annoying me. Joel, you can take him for 9. There's still plenty of good players left. This is why I know it takes unbelievably huge testicles. And I actually don't. I've got really small ones. But I've got nerves of steel, at least in this draft, where I'm just biding my time because I know who is available and I know the prices they're available for and I know how I can afford them. And this is one that I am hoping to get for like $15 Zion. I don't know that I will. Karen, don't tell me you're doing this as well. We are pushing to the edge of me being too frugal. We're not there yet. All right, 19 for Zion. I'll hold off on that. I'll go one more. Because the value here, I think, is really strong for Zion. Now, it adjusts my current, for the love of God. I will stop at 23. Thank you. All right. I had Zion priced at $29. So now we reassess. $9, 9 players, $100 left. So $11 a player. So me getting Zion for 23 didn't change. Went from $12 a player to $11 a player. Still fine. Zion center eligible. Josh Giddey. I talked about bad team names the other day and how people have overused teams. And someone said, I called my team Giddey's Kitties. Oh, you'll love that. I actually don't, for a number of reasons. I actually think we shouldn't really do it. And I know you don't moralize. I'm not trying to, right? But Giddey didn't we know the story, right? And now he is labeled with this the whole way through his career, and that's obviously going to be tough to deal with. And we know the situation behind it. But also, I don't really think it's a good idea. Look, even if this was a true scenario where he was a predator and seeking this out, which wasn't the case, but even if it was, I don't think we should be making jokes about child sexual abuse, honestly, or any sort of rape. I don't think that jokes around that are a good idea. That's why I don't like that sort of a team name. You might say that's being soft, we're just having a laugh, whatever. I think that is, I'll make jokes about many things without really too many worries at all. That, I don't think making those sort of jokes is really it's not in the right taste for me. Not tasteful, who cares? I'm very distasteful all the time. That to me is just not a line that I go to. John Collins for $5. Cool. Fine. I think he's a bench player who might get traded into a worse role somehow. Who is nominating? Old mate Jay Studer. Well, he loves a bid on someone, so he'll be fine to nominate. the thing is this, right? I've got like $80 or $97 left, 10 roster spots to fill. There are people who've got more roster spots than me to fill. And the only person who's got more money than me is, guess what? It's Curran. Rowan Barrett looks like he could be ready for opening night. Maybe, hopefully. Unless there's been an update that I have not seen. And $6-7 here. I'm in on this. Chris Wilson, I don't think you need to budge your nose in here. This is not your business. Keep out of it right now. $10. Ooh, a late 11 from Joshy. I'll hold it off at there. $11 is right on my average. $86, 8 players. Still some higher end guys that I wouldn't mind getting. Siakam, Garland in particular is someone I'm really going to want here. Failure is nominating. That is Jared Johnson. I'm just going to move this screen up so I can just get to my queue a little easier. Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland. If I can get those guys, I might break a little bit from my $11 strategy. So it's Jaren Jackson. Should be going for 20 plus. Will these other clowns jump in? He looks like he'll be ready for opening night. We're not going to let him sit at that price, though. Karen, I might bid you up here. Even though you chuck 16. Will Joel still going? Joel, you I don't think you have the facilities for this, big man. $19, Joel. Yeah, he's in strife there. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. You're out. $19, 6 players. But he is loaded up on guys. Zach Levine. Where the hell is Levine on my little list here? There he is. No, we're not. No, come on. $3. You're joking. Come on, Karen. I'll go to 14 on Levine. Oh, really, Karen? Let's go one more then. See how much you want him. I don't actually want him at 16. Please don't tell me I screwed that. I don't want him at 16. Thank you. I think it's not bad value. I just don't really want him there. Good. Thank you. Next to nominate, Josh Lloyd. Josh Lloyd is going to nominate Anthony Simons. Just want to see what happens there. Simons for $14 max for me. Not super interested. The Blazers are annoying, clearly. But he's a good scorer with good free throws, with good threes, with solid assists, who they seem to not want to play next to Scoot, which is interesting for his shots and his assist numbers. Again, end of season is going to be a disaster, but if I'm getting $9 on it, I am very, very happy. Very happy. Bid $9, Josh. That is, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's actually go. $9 Anthony Simons. Come on. So now, 7 players left, $77 left. Let's make it 76 because $1 for my last player. $11 a player still. We are absolutely still rolling on this strategy. Chris Middleton. $6 would be good here. I'm obviously very, very worried about when he is going to play. I'm also not wanting to let you guys sit on him for $6. So I'll take him for $6. Am I going to get him for $6? Okay. Didn't know that was going to happen. All right. I have got 6 players, $70. So how much is that? 6 players, $70. About $12 a player now. I'll leave Sexton alone. I've got Simons on my team. Middleton enables me an ability. Actually, what that does is that opens a stream slot. So maybe I don't even go a $1 player. Maybe I do 7 players, $71 left, $10 a player. Middleton to IR, that's my stream spot, and then I'm assuming I have an injured player all season. So that's like, do I treat Middleton now as my $1 player that I spent 6 on, which is not ideal. But maybe I will. Let's just see where the other value comes. So we're either doing 6 players for 70 or 7 players for 71. So $12 or $10. Still a lot of guys left that I like. Jaylen Brown is still there. Look at this. A lot, man. There is a lot of value still here. Now, I could just say with $71 left, I can hit 3 of those players, $20 each, leave myself 4 players, $11. Sort of interested in Bane. There are going to be crazy bargains, and annoyingly, I spent a bit too much here, and Curran has just held back his load enough. And so has Dio after a interesting start. He has got the meats there. Same with Shout On. We're all in similar spots now. $16 for Desbane. Come on, man. What are we doing? Garland, Allen, Siakam, Jalen. Could I? If I could get all 4 of those for $68, I will do it. 4 for 68 is like $16 each. They are the targets. Porzingis, you can have this one. Now okay. I have got, let's have a look. Well, actually, there's so much value, man. I might just hit a bunch of 10s. No, I'm going to hit a bunch of 10s. Porzingis for 5. Although it's so tempting. Do I hit a bunch of 10s? Or do I hit the 3 to 4 20s? 3 to 4 15s? Nothing worse, Shout On, when you're making a joke and you do a misspelling. Hate that. Typo jokes are bad. Or for me, when I'm doing a show, like a stammer or a stumble. Hate it. Scoot. It's going to be such an annoying season. I'm feeling it already. I still like Scoot a lot. I'm just very annoyed at where we're at with this. He's up to 4 already. You know what? The pick I hate, Middleton for $6. Hate it. Why did I do it? So stupid. That's so stupid. I got sucked into per game upside, but I worry he's not going to come back early, and then they're going to baby him for 10 years. I don't want Miles Turner here, but this is a good player to get off the board to get money out. The other guy I want people to take is DeMar DeRozan. Because I'm not super interested in him, so I'm going to throw him to the top of the queue just so I remember that I want to bid on him. Look at this value, man. It is opening up like crazy. No one has got money. Helano Dikai, I need you to spend. Karan, I need you to spend. Shout On, somehow you've still got money. I need you to spend. Jay Studer, well, you're just going to throw money on every player, apparently. So go for it. This will cook him. Jay Studer, $14. He's got $32 left for 8 players. But the team's very interesting. He's got Porzingis and Miles Turner. Obviously, Porzingis not healthy. Mark Williams. It did not hit her. This is like a $13 player of healthy, but can we sneak him for 5? Can I sneak him for a Chris Middleton price? Which will then mean I have more ability to get Murrays and Siakams. Siakam, Allen, Garland, Brown. Karen, you're here, are you? I will leave that for you. Forgot that I drafted Zion. Sort of agreeing that a little bit. Not really. $23 is cheap. So the most I've spent is $29 on Maxi. Noah Clowney. 15-man rosters, he becomes more valuable. Less stash ability in this league, though, so I'm not... Will anyone throw 2? Come on, someone's going to throw 2 on Clowney. One of you guys, come on. Do any of you want to do anything here? No? Huh. That's intriguing. Snuck him through. Shaquem. Here is where I'm testing what I'm doing because he's one of those 3 or 4 that I mentioned. Can we get this? Oh no, people are going sick here. I'm not getting 15 on this. I mean, I'm currently leading with 15. But it's not holding. Surely not. Surely not. Nah, Eric's going to jump in, surely. Oh, bang. $15 Pascal Siakam. We are actually live here, guys. Let us go. Now I'm down to 6 players, $56. It's under 10 a player. Or do we look at Allen, Garland and go 15 on each of those 2? And Brown. 3 for 53. Puts me at $17 a player with 3 more $1. It's almost a balanced build plus. But then, look at the $10 guys. Russell, Zubats, Kessler, Reeves. Franz Wagner you can have at this price. I want Allen and Garland. Franz Wagner going for more than Siakam is very good for me. Oh my, let's go. So I'm still debating. Do I try and hit Allen, Garland, Brown? Imagine I get them for 50. Seems impossible. That's $17 each. Could I get them for 40? Well, here we go. Jaylen Brown time. I'm going to need another center. I've got Siakam and Zion to play center. Oh, okay, Chris. I'll go 17 on Jaylen because I can sub him. I'm not going higher. I like him, and it would work very nicely for me. Up to 20. Take him, and let's now move on to the next grouping. Take him. So, next to nominate Josh Lloyd. Let's get money out of here. Who don't I want? Claxton. We're clean up to 2. I don't want him here, so hopefully we can take $12, $13 off the board. These builds / ideas that I've done are stressful. You have to be absolutely locked in and looking at your board. I look at my draft tracker. What did Claxton go for? $10, fine. To see, are there enough guys left that if I structure this out and want 10 guys at $11, are there 20 guys available who I view as $10 players? Well, then I'm still looking good. But if I get to a stage where there's not those players left, then I'm done. So I've been stressed, focused, trying to... Russell Westbrook, someone else, and have that one, I don't care. Trying to pay attention to how I'm balancing these out. What's my average player like? What are my different structures here? Still got Allen and Garland as very big option. Jabari Smith. Westbrook went for $1. Very interesting. I'm not taking Jabari here. Not interested at all. Auctions are all about balance and adjusting after every player. And now Jabari is going hopefully for too much. $7 is... it's fine. Who's got the most players? Alex got $11. 11 players, $42. Yog has got 11. Helano Dikai has got 11 with 57 and 66. Who's got the most money? Shout on, $75, 10 players. Okay. Jalen Duran. I'm just doing that for the guy that told me I mispronounce everyone's name. All right, we're not letting Duran go for this price. Should be mid-teens in price. I'm not going to do it. But again, this is where the balance comes in here with all of this, is that I've got this idea. I want to see what I can do with Allen and Garland. But I've also got to start to watch. Like, if they don't get nominated, do I have enough to hit my other plan of going, 6 for, $10 each? And let's say $9 each for the other players. Are there enough guys left? And the answer is yes. But it gets down to, do I really want to have Walker Kessler as an $8 player? I don't think so. See, Zubats here, he's one of those guys who might be an $8, $9, $10 player. What we are not doing in this house is letting Ivica Zubats sit at $6. So what I need to do next time is I need to throw Jarrett Allen out there to see how much he goes for. So I need to know how to adjust my strategy. Who was the last nomination? Helena Dikai. We're still a few away. Zubats for $8 for Arik. I don't want him to get him. You got him for $8, but now he is max bidded out to 5. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4 starters left, plus 3 bench with a max bid of 5. Good. Brandon Miller. He's one of these guys who's in that $10 zone. Which I want to... I'll go to 9. I won't go higher here. Brooklyn, can you afford this? Karen, I'll leave Miller. There's enough other guys here. Beal, Garland, Allen, DeRozan, Anunoby, Bridges, Russell, Kuzma, Reeves, CJ, Suggs. I need to see what Allen goes for. I don't like that there's my backup plans are going before my first plans. We are not letting Bridges go for that price. Should be an $11, $12, $15 player even. Some of you can afford this. Karen, you can afford this. Please just spend $15 on it. $8? Oh, no, Karen, don't. Oh, I didn't want that for 10. I'm not going to complain about it for 10. So I got him for 10. So now maybe the Allen Garland combo won't happen. 5 spots left. $46. Let's say they go 15 each. Do they go 15 each? That's 30. It means I've $16 for 3 players, $5 each. Maybe. You can have a man, whoever this is. Not going to do this. So we want Allen and Garland for 30. Substitute Beal, Murray, D'Angelo in that group as well. And then we try and hit some $5 players. I am shocked no one is going higher on a men, only $4. Jay Studer, bidding legend. I've still got $46 for 5 players. And I'm... Well, here we go. All right, this is a determining factor. This is the Jarrett Allen draft. Stop. Oh my fucking God. Stop bidding up. Was everyone waiting for Jarrett Allen? Why did you wait so long? Oh, yeah, no, hold off on 11. We will go to 15. Maybe 16. All right, we'll go to 16 because this dickhead jumped from 12 to 15. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't like that idea of the way people... Stop doing this. Why are you adding $2 on? Have him for 18. Fine, have him. Why did you add $2 on? No offense to you individually, but why? Just to annoy us? That's fine. All right, so now let's again reassess. What do we do now? So we're still in for Garland. 5 players, $46, $9 a player. Garland can take 15 of it. Oh, no, it's Jamal Murray. If this goes for 10, I'm in. All right, I'm at 11 and it'll stop. The Middleton one kills me. Absolutely kills me. So I'll say this again. If you are watching this still, shout out to you. I'm going to put this hat on, right? Tell me if you can recognize the hat. First one to recognize the hat gets a thumbs up from me. I'll full screen it even for you. As my hat's here. Tell me what the hat is. Back to the draft. As I'm trying to just entertain myself. D'Lo up now. D'Angelo Russell. He would be one of my guys that I'm keen on-ish. Oh, come on. We're not letting this go for $4. Let's be serious. Come on. 5 players, $46, $9 a player. Go to 9 on D'Lo. Hold off after that. And that would almost take us out of the Garland business. Not quite, because I can still do $4 on the... Karen, can you just let me do that? Why would you jump in late? That is still value, and I don't want you to have it. Please leave me alone. Okay. Joel is here, and here we go. This is the one now. Darius Garland. I will take this to 17. Joel's asking about games cap right now. Nope. But I don't want to answer him. Someone else can do it. We are bidding up. People are spending their last pennies. Can everyone please leave this alone? Because then we will definitely pivot after 20. 24. He's just bidding extra money for no reason. It's an interesting strategy. I don't know why. Take him for 24. All right, so now we know what we're doing. The Garland, Allen, Brown, Siakam grouping, we didn't do it. That's okay. Because people had money on it. And there we go. They were putting more money around those other spots. So now, 5 players, $9 a player. I know DeRozan, Beal, OG, Reeves. Okay. Will this go too high? Almost definitely. who is going to afford it. But I'm getting to that stage where the players left who fill the money that I want are not. There's not many of them. DeRozan is starting to go too high. I'm concentrating on this now. 16. Shout can you even... Yeah, you can. You've actually got money. 17 for DeRozan. One more. 18. Where are we sitting here? Okay. So we got DeRozan for 18. 4 players, $28, $7 a player. Now, who does that include? 7, TJ McConnell. I mean, what? Sure. What? Why? I know you don't have any money. So I got 1 starter left. I'd even take Brandon Ingram, honestly, if I get the right price on it. This is all about now finding the right price. 4 players, $28. Middleton, my cross to bear, my big mistake, is my $1 player. He is my $1 player. So he'll go into my IL. That'll stream me open. And we watch this one. How do people... Now, Curran is going to make him go too high, and I am going to make sure that if I can get in, I will. Brad Beal up to 10 already, 11. I got $28, 4 players. Push higher, please, on Beal. I'm not going to get him, but he was one of my options. Yeah. I'm just going to look. What center... the only center eligible players I have are Zion and Siakam. So I probably want one more. Ingram. 4 players, $28. If he sneaks for 7, we're good. Let's bid up. I don't really want him, but for 7, I will absolutely take him. 3. Don't tell me. Oh, man, almost. Will I take 9 on Brandon Ingram? I will consider it. So he's up to 9 now. We'll leave that. Still got enough players left to fill what I need. 4 players, $28. Middleton's my $1. If you adjust, I'm going to keep saying that because people will parachute in and out of the draft and they'll look at the end result and they'll go, Josh didn't get any $1 players. How can he stream? Middleton. Middleton is how I can stream. Middleton is my streamer. That was a mid-adjustment for me, which wasn't what I was going to do. But then what happened? My brain turned off. Something happened to me. And I got caught up in bidding for fucking Chris Middleton of all people for $6 for like an absolute idiot. But he's my $1 player. That just cuts $5 off. I think I've generated enough value in the other spots for that to make sense. Wiggins for 3. Okay. Kenneth Murphy III. If healthy, this is a $12 to $13 player. How will it be attacked here? Rick, you can still do that? Oh, you can. You've got 10 spots, $39. Good luck. All right, we're at this point in the draft where 86 players are off the board. Which team is the best? Which team do you think is the best? When you are using Basketball Monster and when you're using Draft Tracker in an auction, it is very important to note that it only looks at the standings once when people have got the same amount of players. So at the moment, the fewest amount of players someone has got is 5. Who is that? Reclean. So it just looks at everyone's best 5 players. So when you look at the standings, I'm on the bottom because my best 5 players are not very good in comparison to others. But my top 12, I haven't got 12 yet. My top 11, I think are better than everyone else's best 11 when they fill out their 11. But they're not there yet. Austin Reeves, I'd probably get on this because I actually want him. Triple position eligibility as well, by the way. $9. Curran takes him for 10. You can actually have him for 10, Curran. You can have him. Because now he is in a position, 5 players, $30. Basically the same as me, although I've got a little bit more. He can outbid me for 26. There's no $26 player left. So that doesn't even matter that I can go to 25. There's no player worth that left. But it also means that if there's someone he really wants, or either of us want, we can sort of get him unless we're just going against each other, which would be silly to just try and kill each other that much. Oh, you guys can have Draymond. I don't want to do this. $7 Draymond. I'm still at $7 average for my players that I want. Is it my nomination? No, it's Chris Wilson's. Seriously, who's still watching? Yesterday's auction, we had big numbers all the way through. I'm going to take a guess. If you are in the live chat on the premiere, is there 400 people still watching this? Probably not. 300? Mikhail, who, by the way, looked terrible in preseason. His shot form has changed. He just looks bad. And I know a lot of people are down on Brunson. So I'm not sure how Brunson's going to get enough touches with all these other players who need their touches. I wouldn't be giving touches to Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. I know that much. $12 to Mikhail. Fine. Walker Kessler is going to go as a bargain to somebody. And it might be me. Dyson Daniels. Did he just chuck him out at $2? He did. Have him for 2. I like Dyson, but I'm not interested here. All right, now I really need to lock in. 4 players, $28. The $7 players, there's not many left. Daniel Gafford. $5, $6. Could he be a $7 legend for me? I need another center. I'll take 6 for Gafford. Okay, we got 6. 3 players left. $22. $7 a player still. Kuzma, OG, targeting. Could also look to Hero. Kobe White, I think will pass on. Although I'll bid him to 4. I'm going to be out of here soon, I reckon. No, I'll still keep doing the draft, but just without the pressure of building a team. White up to 6. Goes for 6. I don't mind that. OG and Kuzma are who I want. Will I get them, though? The other one to look at is CJ. Let's just throw OG out and see what happens. I can go to 8. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? What are you guys doing? Why are you taking OG so high? the hell? What is going on? Why are people valuing OG Anunoby so high? That's okay. I just won't take him. $12 for OG Anunoby. I got Siakam for 15. Okay. Dennis Schroeder, somebody can deal with that. That won't be me. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on the way that my strategy has played out so far. So I'm sure you're going to be dropping it in the chat anyway. And I would love to know the people that saw the beginning of the show and now how they're viewing where we're at the moment. I don't mind Keegan for like $5. I will take him for $5. $6. I want Kuzma. I'll go 7. Oh, you want him for 8, do you? Okay. No way I'm going more than that on Keegan Murray. Who's that? Shout on. Okay. Oh, what? No. Curran's in for 10 for Keegan Murray. Look at that. He's doing, like, honestly, yeah. Obviously, he targeted so many of the guys that I wanted as well. 3 players left. I didn't get OG, so here we go. Kuzma. This is the one. Because now I'm at a stage where I don't know how many $7-ish players left there are that I like. Are we seriously bidding this high for Kyle Kuzma? I guess I wasn't familiar with all of your games. I'm at $10 on Kuz. And I got him for 10. 2 players, $12. Now we wait. Who will I get? Who will I get for that price? Jalen Suggs. I will take him for 6. Oh, no, apparently I won't because people are going up high here. I will take him for 7, Suggsy. All right. I got one player left for $5. I got my extra center, and that's Gafford. Hartenstein, I won't take. I know we've got 3 ILs, but I won't take him. $2. Someone, oh, come on. So let's have a look. I've got 1 player left. I am almost out of here. I thought Joel was going to be out of here. Remember, Middleton is my stream spot. So I will target CJ, Drew Holiday, Tyler Hero, Jalen Green, Walker Kessler, maybe Jakob Poeltl. Drew Holiday. Let's just take 5 on him. Oh, I'm out there. The other thing I could do is take a Devin Vassell and open up a second stream spot. Don't think I will do that, though. Where's Drew Holiday going so much? Same price as Anthony Simons. Who's still got the most players left? It's Jared. 9 players still to go with $24. I'd love to get assists with this last pick. And what's my positional eligibility stuff looking like? I'm pretty strong, actually. I'm pretty fine position. Oh, here we go. This one could work. Terry Rozier. $5. I'll wait until I'll throw 5 on him. Oh, I'm out. This is where it's going to get annoying. I just want to finish the team. So my first bid, let's go back to that, was Cam Thomas at 12. How does that price stack up now? Like compared to Brandon Miller, it's about right. Walker Kessler will try this as well. I'm out on Kessler, obviously. So I had $12 on Cam Thomas. Where does that compare? 10 to Kawhi. 10 to Duran. So that's cheap for Duran. 14 for Vooch. That's okay. 14 for Jamal Murray. So in the end, that Thomas price ends up being probably a little expensive. 13 for Beal. That's about right, actually. Kessler goes for 10. Who is my little $5 steal now? Well, Tyler Hero is someone that I want, so we'll just try that. Not that I want that. I'd be happy for $5. More to the point. All right, so Jared wants 6 on him. So I'm not going to get him. So this $5 player might be, is it Keontae that I get? Is it Sohan that I get? Is it Cam Johnson that I get? Is it Norman Powell, Jaden Ivey? A few options. Okay, well, we're still, wow, Tyler Hero going for $10. 9, actually. Hero goes for 9. Hero. Derek Lively. I've got Gafford. Do I double up on those? They can have value together. I'll throw 5 and we'll see what happens. I don't think not sure that he's worth 5. Okay, Rickleen goes to 6. Look at Alex's team, man. Point guard, shooting guard, guard, all empty. What's he going to do? He's got no guards. That's okay, though. He's obviously doing something. Alex wins Lively for 6. CJ. Wow, already up to 6. I can't get him. $5 player. Who is it? Is it Bogdan that I take? Or Clean's going to get a guard. Hey, don't let him get a guard, everyone. I know you can't hear me. And I'm not going to type it in the chat because it's a little bit uncouth. CJ goes for 9 to Joel, who's got 5 players left at $10. Curran's got 4 left for 20. So he's at a $5 per player sort of zone as well. I'm nominating. Let's nominate Jalen Green. Let's see what happens. I'll take him for 5. I guess not. What's actually happening at this point in the draft? Everyone's going much higher than I thought at this stage. But it's like someone's going to get a steal on somebody. Michael Porter. Jalen Green at 7. Jakob Poeltl's still there. Okongwu. Avdia. Here we go. Devin Vassell. I'll put 2 on him. No, there's no point. I've got 5. Might as well beat everyone at 5. No, I'm not letting you hold. No way. I'll go to 5. And this will wipe me out. 2 ILs. Which again, I'm okay with. What? Didn't get it anyway. Remember, deeper league here. So the values need to extend a little bit longer. Up to $5 on Chris Paul, which is cool. $6, 7. I didn't. Wow, McLean's gone to 8. I know he's got no guards, but that's a lot, man. $9. What are we doing here on Chris Paul? $10. This is Chris Paul. He's 100 years old. What are we doing? 10. Is everyone okay? McLean gets his first guard, and it's 39-year-old Chris Paul. Okay. Well, Keontae George is another option for me. Jonas. I don't think I'll do Jonas Valanciunas. Wait, it's already up to $5. 6. Okay. It's actually good. There's some of these guys that I don't want that are going off here, taking some more players or some more money out of the pool. Everyone can outbid my $5 though, but will they want to? Cameron Johnson. Marginally intrigued. Probably won't though. Marginally intrigued. How far into this thing are we? 113 players. So we're getting there. $4 on Cam Johnson. That could actually end up being very solid. Anyone else close to finishing? Not really. Just me. Some people with a lot of guys left. I won't be taking Malik Monk here. So this is Monk who's sitting at 3. Jared just chucked 3 on him straight away. And he gets him for 3. All right, no one interested. Michael Porter. We'll try this one for 5. And we won't get it. Yep. All right. Priced out again. To 7, 8. Wow. Okay. Losing steam here because I'm just waiting for whoever this guy is that I'm going to finish the team off with. Is it Sarr? Is it Reed? Keontae? Sohan? At least I've still got a big group of players that I want at $5. Pirtle? People are taking forever to nominate here. I can't really talk. I waited some time to nominate for other ones. Taylor Hendricks, I'll leave that one. Don't want to spend 5 there. I want better value than that. I want Bogdan, actually. That's probably who I want to target. And I'll probably just throw him out when it gets back to me. Hendricks goes for $1. So we're getting a few dollar bids go through. Clowney went through. Hendricks went through. Russ went through. He goes Pajemski, and I won't do this one. Also very interested to see what people do with Andre Drummond. $3 for Pajemski. Okay. That could work out okay. Jay Studer nominating. He's only got 4 guys left. 3 left for Shout On. 4 for Karan. Who's the only person I can outbid? Nobody. Jakob Pertl. This has got to be $5. Nope, apparently not. Going higher. Karan can still go up to $17. Obviously, nobody is worth $17 though. Pertl up to 8, which is pretty good. Jay Studer gets him. So he's got 3 players left for $9. He finished off his roster nicely. Jared's nomination, he's got $13 for 7 players. That is hard. Johnny the Bucket Kaminga. I'll go for 4 there. No, and why did I even put 4 on him? Doesn't matter. It's up to 6 now. Okay. Keontae and Bogdan, probably 2 top targets, along with Sohan and Okongwu. So Kaminga goes for 7. Now Joel's turn. He's got 5 players left. $10 total. And he takes Bogdan. So let's try and get the 5 on Bogdan here. Nope. Out on that. So a lot of these guys are trying to... So Joel's sitting at 6. He can't go higher. That'll put him to $1 players only. Jay Studer went to 7. That's going to put him to $1 players only. All right, so he is down to 2 $1 players only. Next to nominate me. Let's throw Keontae out there. $5 on Keontae will finish me off nicely. Nope, and it's up to 6. Ugh. I still have guys available to me here. Herb Jones, Jeremy Sohan, Naz Reid, and Yeka Okongwu. Denny Avdia. $8 for Keontae. So this pricing towards the end is very weird. Like I got Simons for 9. Andre Drummond up to $2. Let's see. What is my last pick here? $2 for Andre Drummond. That could end up being... And he already had Embiid, so that's very intriguing. That's actually could end up being really good value for Jared. And Yeka Okongwu, let's try this at 5. Let's finish this one off. All right, $3 for Okongwu. No one's going to take him. I'll go to 5, and I will stop. Oh, and Curran goes to 6. So it looks like we are really going to be looking at Norman Powell could work, actually. Sohan is the other one. Okongwu for 6. Herb Jones also still floating. So is Caruso. They are both worth my time. Clinker Pala I'll ignore. Josh Hart also, although it does obviously just kill the points. Kills them. Like he's going to have negative usage, basically. Clint Capella for $2. Sort of interested, but not enough to move me. Alex, who are you nominating with your one guard? Keon Alice. You can absolutely just have that one for $1. Oh, Jaden Ivey is going into my queue. I will go to 5 on him too. Alex Sarr, I will also go to 5 on. So Keon Ellis went for $1. Congratulations, Alex. Come on, guys. Let me get my last player. Thought I would have had this sorted earlier. But no, we're just taking our time. Trace Jackson Davis. Sort of interested. Too many other guys that I prefer ahead of him, though. Sarr, Reed, Sohan, Jones, Caruso, Hart are the guys that I would prefer. I'll throw Caruso into the queue. Norman Powell, Jaden Ivey too. I don't know if you heard that squeal in the background, but that was Obi crying because he's not getting attention. I'm sure no one heard it, but it was like he was trying to learn to speak. Trace Jackson Davis goes for 4. So Curran's got one player left, $2. So he has rounded out his roster now 2. He's almost done. $2 left for him. At least he can't outbid me for the guy, whoever this guy is that I want. That's 2 guys that I can outbid. I would like more. We are getting it down. Come on, nominate someone? Herbert Jones. Old Unky Herb. I think I might... Oh, $6. Wowee. What did he just go for? $7. Tyus Jones. I don't... Okay, so he's already gone too much. I still got someone that's only got 6 players out of a 15-man roster. Who is that? It's this guy, Helano Dekai. Yeah, he's like, whoa, that roster is going to be rough. I think. Naz Reid. We'll take the 5 here on Nazareth. The Wizard of Noz. Maybe not. Okay. Chris takes him for 5. So people are going to let that go for 3 then. And I had to jump in and now I can't do any more. Sohan is still my number 1 target, I would say, followed by Ivy, Powell, Sarr, Caruso, Avdia. I hooked on a feeling. God, 2 auctions, 2 days, early morning starts. Norman Powell. Maybe. Karen, you put $2 on it, and I just want to make sure you don't get him. All right, so he's up to 5 already. That is done. Who will I take? I think I might rechange my priority to have Ivy at the top. Because my team has got 1 official point guard, But a lot of other guys... Oh, that's not true, I got Simons. A lot of other guys who grab some assists too. Alexander Sarr, so he's on the list. I'll go 3, and if someone goes 4, I'll go 5. No one else wants to go for $3? Jared does. No, I'll leave it, and I'll go try to get Ivy. So he takes Sarr for $4. He didn't want to either. W. Thought that may have been the case. Alex Caruso, I will definitely take for 5. Maybe not. No, it's still Ivy that I want. It's annoying that they're throwing these other guys out. Shout on is out. It didn't even see that coming. So he just got his last play, which was Caruso. I could still take Josh the Hitman Hart, who has been bad in preseason, but they're so bloody shallow. So it's him or Ivy or Sohan. $5 left. I know I've said $5 a million times. Here we go. Jaden Ivy. $5 bid. Of course, I didn't get him. Reassess. I think I can... Let's move on to Josh Hart as my next player. $7 Jaden Ivy went for. So, reminder, Simon's for 9. It's got 3 guys in that queue who will make sense. Don't want Clay. Don't want Jeremy Grant. Josh Hart is... This last bit has probably been a fail from me, I would say. Just missing the... I thought the 5 would be enough to get... Ooh, as my voice cracks. Would be enough to get one of the guys that I wanted, and it hasn't worked so far. Hart and Sohan are still sitting there. Curran trying to get Jeremy Grant. He bid $2. That's all he can bid. Someone else take him. Thank you. Joel goes 4 on Jeremy. $6 to Jeremy Grant. Okay. What's on my bench? What am those guys cost me? Kuzma 10, Gafford 6, Suggs 7. Yeah, I'm happy to get Suggs for 7 and Grant went for 6. Oh, here it is. Jeremy Sohan. Let's try this one. I'll take the 5 here. Can I do it, though? So I'll throw 5 here. If anyone wants to take him, take him. Otherwise, then we move to Josh Hart as our player. I think this might be it. Yep, that's it. All right, I am done. Jeremy Sohan finishes off my roster for $5. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not bidding anymore. I'm just going to pause this for a second. The draft is still running, but I'm just going to pause the draft. I'll come back in a sec. All right, we're back in. The draft has been going. My partner is here. She wants to say hi. Let's flip it over. There you go. As she heads off to work.
Hello. Bye, lovely.
All right, so bye. All right, back into the draft now. As Obi is desperation stakes for him. Let's go back and recap what happened, as I was just trying to organize the rest of my day as this draft was delayed. So after Gaz Trent went for $2, Marcus Smart went for 3. That would have been good. Shaden Sharp for 3. Denny Avdia went for 4. The Prestige Penis. Someone paid $1 for Dick. I'll give it to you for free. Asar Thompson goes for 2 as well, and now Kelly Oubre. Who else is out? No one else. Shout on is still there. Helena Dekai at least has got 1 more player now, so that's 7 that he's taken. I'll read you through my team while we're waiting for this stuff to go down. $2 for Oubre is pretty good from Euroclean if that's what it ends up being. Oh, you did $2. Bob Porter. So my team is Zion Williamson, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Johnson, DeMar DeRozan, Pascal Siakam, Tobias Harris, Cam Thomas, Miles Bridges, Anthony Simons, Kyle Kuzma, Chris Middleton, Jalen Suggs, Daniel Gafford, Rowan Barrett, and Jeremy Sohan. That is my team. These are slightly larger rosters, 12-man league, 15-man rosters, daily changes, 12 starters, 3 bench, 3 IL. I needed depth. Every player is a starter. It is a deep league. 12 by 15 equals what? 180 players. I believe, from my evaluation of players, that I don't have a single player who's outside the top 110. I also don't think I've got a top 30 player. Depends how you want it. Oh, that's not true. I've got Maxey and Zion. So I think I've very, very strongly concentrated this in. This is more like a 16-team league almost versus a standard 12, which is 156 deep roster. This is 24 extra players. Is that right? What's a 14-man roster go to? 14 times 13 off the top of my head. You know what? I'm not even going to do it off the top of my head. Someone I'm sure can. I used to be better at that stuff. 182. This is like literally these are 14. So it's a 14-man league in terms of roster size. That's 182 a 14-man league. This is, double check that, 15 by 12, 180. Yeah. 14-man roster size. Yesterday's industry pickup was 14-man rosters, which is 168 players. So deeper again. Peyton Watson went. Wow. Aaron Neesmith for $1. Josh Hart went for 4. So I could have got him for 4 instead of... Who did I get for 4? I got Sohan for 5. That's okay. Peyton Watson went for 2. I get it. I sort of get it, Reclean, but I also don't. I think he's going to be ready for opening night, by the way. Also, I will be immediately placing bids on somebody for opening night. My man Dalton Connect. Julian Strawther. The Nuggets play? Knicks, Celtics. No, they don't. Knicks, Celtics, Lakers, Wolves are opening night. Jaime Jaquez. This guy, Helena Dekai, has got 8 players left, $9. His best player is Doncic, and then he's got George, Garland, Şengün. Wow, that is an interesting approach. Chris Wilson gets Jaquez for 3. He's almost done. Dante DiVincenzo, probably the best player left, I would say. We're 149 players drafted. We've got 31 to go. Cousin, Kevin, Porter. Ricochet hasn't gone yet. Klingon hasn't gone. Hard to stash in this league, though, by the way. Connect hasn't gone. Which, you know what? At 180 players deep, Connect is useful, at least for that opening night game. So maybe that is... Probably not. Maybe it's Rui who I look to. But opening night is Lakers. It's Celtics. It's whatever is left of the Knicks. And it is Wolves, who, again, 2 things I think... Here we go, Dante DiVincenzo. 2 things not to be surprised about opening night. Rob Dillingham isn't in the rotation, and Scoot comes off the bench. Not opening night, but opening game. Don't be surprised at those 2 things. I'm going to be doing the week 1 preview show at some point today. Also, for those of you who are still watching, thank you. If you're in Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl, I am going to do a short explainer video on the games cap and how you look at it on Fantrax, because some of you will not get it and some of you will not understand it. I understand that. To me, I know people complained, some people, like 85% approval rate on it last season. I think it's an unbelievably good way to play fantasy, but that's beside the point. I don't know how to work. I don't know how to work the system, and people trying to create spreadsheets. And one guy created an amazing spreadsheet. You don't need it. I never once ran into a problem with having too many games played and not enough. I found it very easy to do, and I will show you how I do it. If you are in that league, be ready. I will send through a video of how I do it. I didn't find it. I never once screwed it up. I didn't find any problems whatsoever. And I will show you how. Aaron Gordon goes for $2. Now DeAnthony Melton, who, again, we just don't know what's going to happen. This is Jared nominated him for $2, even though he can max bid to $3. He's going to get him for $2. Jared is, of course, if you don't know, a Golden State Warriors fan. So he takes Melton, and he's still got... Well, his roster is very weird. He has still got 2 forward spots to fill. But he could easily move Edwards down to one of them, and that would be okay. Paul Washington Jr., but remember, we are 12 starters, 3 bench. Everybody is a starter. Joel Bartolotta, last player available. No, he's got 4 to go at $1. 4 $1 players. He went... So Joel, this is interesting. Yesterday, in the Games Cap format league, Joel stacked his bench with like $7, $8 players. And I thought that was the wrong strategy. That's not the strategy I went for. In this one, I wanted to stack my bench with $7, $8 players. And he went the other way and stacked them with $1 ones. I guess we're going to find out who's right, because we're both in the same 2 leagues and went with the opposite strategies in the different formats, and we'll see how it works. Now, did he just correct himself after leaving that money for the bench yesterday and decide to go harder today? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Did I do that? Also quite possibly. I didn't. I was very, very specific in this one in what I was doing. Very specific. Tari Eason for $1. We all want Tari Eason to play 27 minutes. It is going to require injuries for that to get there. Curran, he's still there. Real baller's out, by the way. Curran's got 1 spot left. What's his bench looking like? Yeah, it's the same as mine. He did this yesterday with the Caris LeVert pick, which is a smart one. There's Max Strus out for 6 weeks. I don't think LeVert will start, by the way, just in case you're wondering. I think it will be Dean Wade, who Kenny Atkinson loves, because he's just a guy, amazingly to say this, he's a guy that just wins somehow. He's just a winning player, Dean Wade. He won't be good for fantasy, but LeVert will play more. Side note, Cavs, Dynasty. Jalen Tyson is going to be, and I don't like to say this word because it has been co-opted into a word that is used by the worst people. Jalen Tyson is going to be groomed to take over the Caris LeVert role. LeVert is a free agent after this season, so I can see Tyson being put into that role, and I really think Tyson might end up as one of the steals of this draft. I've been super impressed. He won't do much very early on now, but I think he's got a real shot to jump into a role next season. Not quite here yet. Brandon Clark for $1. I think Jaron's going to be available. Terrence Mann. Is this one of your guards, Reclean? You've got $2 left. I like your pick of Josh Hart for $4. Your team is a very top-heavy team. You're relying upon some of my favorite players. Gary Trent, Kelly Oubre. And you're out. Terrence Mann for $2. Well, one thing we know, Al Horford has not been drafted yet. Grayson Allen, Al Horford, someone, John Isaac. Desumu. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Bilal, Zach Ricochet. There is a lot of value still around here. Hang on, I'm just going to talk in the chat here. Wendell Carter for $1. Okay. He's going to be ready opening night. He played in the preseason game. Bilal, here we go. Bilal actually could have been a target for me for that $4 or $5 player. There would have been overspend on him, but it could have been a target. Jared chucked a $2 on him. Budrick Healed. He's going to go for $1, Bud. I'm not going to be against it. Now, are we just down to $1 players? Let's have a look. Joel, 4 $1 players. Arik, 3 $1 players. Helano Dikai, that's Dio, 6 $1 players. Yogi, 1 $1 player. Jared, 1 $1 player. It's $1 time. After Chris won the $2 bid on Healed. So he's got one $1 player left as well. We're in $1 territory. Every player now goes for $1. Horford's going to be a steal at $1. Dosunmu is going to be a steal at $1. This is where my Chris Middleton bid killed me. So stupid. I might go and actually just change the timer on this. Can I in here? No. I wanted to change that draft timer. We don't need it to run down. I'll see if I can change it over here. It probably won't let me. Let's see if it lets me change it. I'll keep the nomination time high. It's all $1, isn't it? $1, $1, $1, $1, $1. Let's see. All right, that should speed it up. I should have done that in industry pickup yesterday. So they've changed their nomination time out to 45 seconds, but only 5 seconds it'll sit up there for $1. So Nempard goes for $1. Isaac went for $1. I think Obi's barking because someone's here. Benedict Mathurin. Yeah, 5 seconds. All right, this is good. So it gives people a chance to check who they're nominating. And then once it's up, it's up. Steph Castle for $1. Well, Helena Dekai still has 2 starters to fill. Although, who could he move into one of those forward spots? He can easily move Norm Powell there, so he doesn't really because Nempard could start. Only a few picks left. We're getting there. There's still some solid players there. Dosunmu. Vince Williams is an injury stash who I might see if I can add to my injury spot. Trey Mann I like in this format. Tamani Kamara is going to start opening night. Who's nominating here? Failure. It's Jared. He's really thinking about it. He got Ricochet and Bilal. That's nice. And Sarr. Wow. Really targeting those teams. Interesting. Well, the French connection for old Jared. Don Klingon. Well, he is going young. Look at that. Sarr, Calabali, Ricochet, and Klingon. Joel has got 3 left. He takes Kelly Olynyk for $1. Really want to see here is who gets left over, because I obviously know I'm putting Middleton into the bin, and then I figure out who I'm going to grab at least for opening night. Caleb Martin goes to Eric for $1. Don't know about that one. I don't even know if he starts. Honestly, KJ Martin started the last 2 games. Helena Dekai takes Simone Fontecchio. Not certain he starts either. We're getting a little weird and deep here. Like, I will consider Dalton Connect and Rui Hachimura to add off waivers. I will add Trey Mann maybe. Tamani Kamara. There's a lot of options. I won't add Precious Achiuwa, although he could go straight into my injured spot. Same with Vince Williams. Reed Shepherd for $1. Wow, Jared is going incredibly young. Holy crap. He's got the first 3 picks in the draft. Jordan Clarkson goes for $1. We're almost done. It's just going to be Helena Dekai picking his only guys here. Jared took the first 3 picks. Ricochet, Sarr, Shepherd. And then Klingon as well. 4 rookies out of the worst rookie class I've seen in 10 years. They've actually been good in preseason, Josh. Jordan Clarkson goes for $1. Let's see what... Is this... Oh, it's Arik still. He's got 1 pick left. Dan Tice, Pelicans reserve center. Don't think I would have done that, but again, Arik is a smart guy. Now it's Joel with 1 player and Dio with 4. Juice McBride, like it. Opening night stream option. Big minutes definitely coming because the Knicks have no players. Do you think Tom Thibodeau is going to run out Pacome Dadier and Kevin McCullough and Jacob Toppin, who is a real player who plays for the Knicks for the 2nd consecutive season? Joel, I like your thinking. Rui Hachimura, opening night streamer. Smart stuff. Took him off me. So actually, eat shit, because that's who I wanted to grab as one of my maybe opening night streamers. So Rui goes for $1. Keldon Johnson for our 3rd last pick. 2 more. No KCP is outrageous. I don't like KCP necessarily. At this point, he has to go. I will grab him. Lonzo Ball for $1. Okay. But also remember, we have got 75 max ads for the year, which I also hate. But that is what Jared does in his league. Lonzo Ball goes. Who's the next pick? Hi, Obi. He comes back in after screaming at the neighborhood. Last pick. Make it count. And then after, I'll go and sort out my waivers afterwards. We're back with more shows today, don't worry. Week 1 preview probably coming today, maybe tomorrow, we'll find out. We'll have to work out whether we do watch list, preseason takeaways, Week 1 preview, not sure. Grant Williams, that is not what I thought would happen. So I like this. There is real value available here on the waiver wire. In case you are still here, my team is Tyrese Maxey, Cam Thomas, Rowan Barrett, Anthony Simons, Jalen Johnson, Tobias Harris, Chris Middleton, Pascal Siakam, Zion Williamson, Miles Bridges, DeMar DeRozan, Daniel Gafford, Jalen Suggs, Kyle Kuzma, and Jeremy Sohan. Whew. Second real auction in as many days. Third consecutive 5:30 a.m. wake up for me, so I am getting tired. But don't worry, I have the endurance of an ox. And if you want to see my ox work, hit the thumb up, leave the comments, and wish me good luck. See ya.